Are we up and running? Yes, we are up and running. Alrighty, let's get everything shared just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit. Alrighty, see there's only 5 guys on track, but quali has started. It's a very odd time indeed. Odd times indeed. If you are in chat, hello and welcome. This is round 1 of the new randomized series running on GTSA at the moment. A great way to start off the year, making sure that no one knows what's gonna happen because everything was randomly selected by some AI generated thing that Yasteel came up with. He didn't make the system, but he's using an existing system to make a randomized series work. Does it work? Yes, it does. We had some races last night. They were bloody epic. We're currently redoing this race, but yeah, it's being redone because last night this pool crashed. Unfortunate for all the guys involved, all the guys that put in a lot of time, but great for the guys that had load shedding because now they're able to race tonight. We're currently on board with Steven's Box GT. Checking him out on track. He's usually out here in the commentary box, as we would like to call it. So it's fun to see him struggle around this track, and then he goes into the pits. Let's go with somebody else who's not going to disappoint us, Mr. Rusty22. OJ, what's happening, brother? Thank you so much for joining in chat. Yeah, it seems like it's a bit of a hectic one. I don't know why quali is going as such, but let's see what happens, man. Let's just see what happens. Quali should not be on right now. We're on a bit early, but no, if the settings are, the settings are. So let's see what the O's come up with. Let's see what the O's do. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy over there. Kind of hectic, kind of hectic. But yeah, let's see what the guys do. Sorry, just relaying some info. Get things underway. It should be a manual quali. It really should be. But I don't want these guys to mess around with their settings. But let's see what happens. Alrighty, I see more and more of you joining into the chat. Hello and welcome. Not joining into the chat, joining into the stream. If you would like, please tell me who you are, where you're from, who you're rooting for, and who's got the best livery, because as you know, that's what I'm here for. I like this. I really like this. It is bloody awesome. Sam Slayer livery, this two-faced livery, it's absolutely epic. Ruan, we can't really see his livery. And then EcoBeast the Viper. This is a test session. The actual race isn't starting right now. So let's see what the guys come up with, what they do, how they do it, and what's it gonna be like. So we do have some time. While we've got some time to kill, tell me where you are, who are you, where you're from, and who you're rooting for. We'll cycle through some deliveries while they get on track, just so we can see whose car looks the best. So far, I think Rusty's killing it with us. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Guys, also please tell me in chat how the audio is looking. Sorry, not looking. How the audio is sounding. Well, Koniwa, you're telling me let's get this race going. I have no control over the race, my brother. You guys have to speak to Mr. Kennels, but it is a test. He's just testing connection. Don't worry. All is going to be fine. The race will be lovely. Don't be shy. Audio seems good. Thank you, OJ. Appreciate you, brother. OJ had an incredible race last night, by the way. The man whooped all of us, almost lapped me. I was quite sad. It is a 90-minute race. Let's keep that in mind. But I do suck. I am slow. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race. OJ, who do you think's gonna win this? You're somebody who's done this race a few times and who's won it themselves. What's your opinion? You know the guys that are in this lobby. Some of you already know who my choice for winner would be, but let's see what happens. So if you've just joined us on the stream, keep in mind the race has not started yet. Quali has not started yet. It is just a test. It will be starting soon once everyone seems to be in. There are some guys with some connection issues, some guys leaving, some guys joining. We don't know what's happening. It would be nice if we did, but we just don't know. I think EcoBeast will do the job. I think so too, eh? But that Viper is a thirsty little car. So Ken Dog struggling a lot with it last night. He did very well for himself. Let's not miss that. But he also did go to the bathroom just as we started the race. So he started from right at the back with about a 10-second gap. Because I don't think he saw the time. But yeah. Let's see. The Viper seems to be thirsty, but who knows? If you can handle this car. And EcoBeast was saying about halfway through the race, his car just decides to go into full Tokyo drift mode. Looks like we're gonna have a nice full lobby. I really hope I'm not gonna have to leave the lobby. Let's see, was there anyone here who raced yesterday already that shouldn't be in here? Oh, I hope not. Fingers crossed that I get to stay in to stream this for you guys. Yeah, OJ, you are 100% correct. I mean, look at these. I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4 past GTSA winners here. I mean, wow, I could be wrong. There could be more, but wow. There are also 4 pace boys here as well. So I'm keen to see how that goes down. We've got a good mix and match of teams. There's VSRs, there's Pace, RSA, an RTA member, TFR. It's very nice. Right, they're going to be doing 3 resets soon. Oh, no, don't join. Sorry. Look at this, living from Wolf. Wow. Some nice demonic stuff going on there. I really like this. This is lovely. Alright, let's check Manny's. Manny's in the GTR, looking nice and stock standard. Green's in a Swift. Oh, he didn't win on that draw there. Not a fan of this car, but let's see what the man can do. EcoBeast in his lovely, lovely Viper. Mr. Steven himself, Box GT. And the Gran trophy. Big Chief in an NSX. TFR Ruan in, I'm not sure what this is actually, I can't even see it. Runaway in what looks like to be a Subaru. And we'll see that as it comes out the pits. Sam in an SLS with all kinds of toothpaste. I still love this. I mean, how epic is this? Alright, cool. Looks like the triple reset's gonna start, and then there's gonna be a 10-minute quali, and then we get into the race. Was that rain that I saw? Did you see that? Did you see that? Is that gonna be rain? Is that a sign of things to come? If rain hits here, we're gonna be in for a lacquer surprise. Yep. Anyway, I saw rain also. Let's see what actually happens, because I know Kanira was praying for rain. Is that the 1, 2, 3 resets? Let's see. Oh, I don't want to join. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Is there gonna be rain through the race? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like any rain. Huh. Let's keep the last 30 minutes a surprise. Let's see. I want to be as surprised as everyone else in this lobby. Alright, so who should we sit on for a lap with? It could be side in front. So let's sit on with somebody who's got some traffic with them. Let's sit on a lap with EcoBeast here. We check how this race goes and how it's going to go. In the first out lap, as you guys know, it's gonna be crazy. Guys are warming up their tires, trying to burn off as much fuel as they can, revving out those gears. Keep in mind, this is a 90-minute race, so where you start does not necessarily mean that's where you're gonna end up. So we know, things change. Lap 1, turn 1, always crazy on any track. Just hoping everyone remembers it is a 90-minute race. That's 90 minutes of hard sim racing. Let's just hope and pray that we keep it clean. Alright, so EcoBeast starts his first qualifying lap. Let's see what he can do for us. OJ, Skirocco and Swift laughing. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Celine Hurla, great commentating, feels like I'm listening live. Funny girl, funny girl. For those that don't know, Celine is my fiance. She is in the other room and she is listening live. Funny stuff, funny. Well done, babe. Well done. Alright, anyway, getting back. EcoBeast looking to be freaking solid up in here. Let's see if we sit on board with him, just following his car. I'm not going to sit inside the cockpit because that's just boring. I mean, why would we want to sit there and watch it? We will in a second as he comes across the line, but let's see his lines coming through this infield section. His tires still seem to be good. There is some jitter going on, but keep in mind that is a connection problem, not necessarily how he's driving. It's definitely not how he's driving because this is just hard. He's looking to be taking this nice and clean, revving the car right out. That's where the power band is on these Vipers. I'm talking out my rear end right now, but it sounds legit, right? Sounds like I know what I'm saying. Let's see, great exit onto the last corner. Down the pit straight. And across the line for a 1:35.5. Not a bad lap. Not a bad lap at all. Oh, but he gets taken out by VSR Gran with a 1:35.4. Gilara is in a Subaru. Yeah, the Subaru is going to be lames today. Evilbeast holds on to a second spot there. Rusty comes in on third. VSR Wolfie with a decent time as well, a 1:36.1. Manny, not his fastest qualifying time, we know, but it's a 1:36.5. Solid effort from him. Sam struggling in the SLS with a 1:36.7. VSR Big Chief with a 1:36.9 in 8th place. 9th is Kennels with a 1:37.4. Preeves with a very respectable 1:39.9 in the Swift. I'm sure he's going to improve on that time as well, so no problems there. He must have just slowed down for traffic. Steven with a 0.5 second penalty, making his previous lap null and void. He's going to have to go again. Fastwater Fizz hasn't set a lap as yet. He's on his flying lap right now. Ruan clinches first place with a mighty respectable 1:35.4. Gilara's just off. Look at that gap between Ruan and Gila. I mean, come on. What you gonna put in that gap? Not even a hair strap. Rusty in this Alpha. Oh man. This Alpha is awesome. So, for those that have joined and that don't know what's cracking, we're going to sit with Rusty while I explain this quickly. It is a randomized series. What does that mean? It means the tracks, the settings for the tracks, the cars that the drivers are using, the tire wear, the fuel rate, the weather, everything was randomized. Nothing was predetermined or pre-selected. You didn't even know which sort of cars you're going to get, whether you get in front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, mid engine, rear engine, front engine. You had no idea. The organizers had no idea. It was all put through a system. Everything was set up and random. Makes for some great racing. Makes for some interesting racing, let's say, as well. The Alpha that we are currently viewing right now was one of the cars that you were able to swap into. Keep in mind, you had a limited amount of time to notify your steal if you were swapping from your allocated car into this Alpha. So not a lot of people could do it, and you had to be quick on that trigger because within 5 minutes all allocations were taken. The Alpha is a strong vehicle here. It's not the best, but it might have been better as some of the other guys' cars that they were allocated. We just don't know. Let's see where the grid stacks up now. EcoBeast takes that first place back by an even bigger margin with a 34.9. I have not seen anyone crack the 34s during the race, so this during quali is incredible, especially him being in front by almost half a second. That's 0.405 ahead of Ruan in second. Ruan still has his 35.4, almost beat it in the previous lap. It looks like he's got a 1 second penalty. It's going to make his current lap null and void. Gilara has not improved on his previously set time of a 35.4, but keeps him in third. Wolfie, just tight gaps at the moment here. That Ferrari is doing some incredible times, getting a little bit out of shape there, but still blitzing with a 35.6. Rusty with a 35.6 as well, hasn't improved. Jay improved slightly with a 35.9. Manny with a penalty again. Second lap, Manny's got a penalty. Gonna make this one null and void as well, but he sticks there in seventh with a 36.1. Fastwater Fizz with the SLS as well with a 36.5. Another SLS, 36.7. 9th place, that's Sam. 10th place is Kennels with a 36.9. improved from the last time we saw him, but he does have a 1 second penalty, serving it right now, so he's not going to improve on this lap. Big Chief sitting in 11th place with the NSX. The Group 4 NSX, not a popular car, but a lacquer car on track. 36.9. Mr. RTA Sue's box, head honcho himself. 37.7. Respectable time in the McGann Trophy. Preves struggling with the Swift. So unfortunate with. He's sitting in 13th place with a 39.9. Not able to improve, but able to stay consistent. Let's just add that. I am very keen to see how this man's race goes on a bit. Oh, I seem to be lagging. Sorry, but there's really not much I can do about the lag at this point in time. I am on fiber and plugged in. More than that I cannot do, sir. I cannot do. Preves calling it. Not wanting to do another lap, pulling over to the side. Ecobee still pushing his car, still trying to make this work. Trying to ensure that Ruan cannot, will not, does not touch his time. Ruan doing everything he can in this Mitsubishi to win this race. OJ, can you just remind me, were you in the Mitsubishi or were you in the Subaru? I know it was one of the two, I cannot remember which. Excuse me. Gilara sticking in third but coming with a penalty. I hope you guys are seeing a pattern here. Penalties are going to kill people. Penalties are going to make people want to kill themselves. I know a lot of people felt that way yesterday. Jay has a 1 second penalty, called it parking on the side of the track. There's only a 0.001 gap between 3 and 4. And these are teammates. Gilara and Wolfie are teammates, as you can see. VSR. It's a new team that they have. But holy damn. Alright, and that should be quali done. 10 minutes has passed. Guys are pulling over, knowing that time is up, not wanting to go overboard with it. But well done on them. I think the race is starting now. Let's just make sure all our info is going to be shown. And we run through the grid one more time. So as it stands, EcoBeast in first, Ruan in second, Gilara in third, Wolfie fourth, Rusty fifth, J00 Pace in sixth, seventh is Manny, Fastwater fifth, eighth, Sam in ninth, Kennels 10th, Big Chief 11th, Steven in 12th, and Preves in 13th. Race is getting underway. We're coming up to turn 1. Always chaotic, always a hectic race. Some bumping, jumping, diving. Let's see how this shakes out. Everyone seems to have got through nice and cleanly. Nobody goes off track. Ecobee's trying desperately to hold on to his position. Ruan might make a move coming into turn 2. Let's see if he does. He is close enough for it, but he doesn't want to send it through that far from a different postcode. Keeping it nice and clean. Let's run through the pack. Let's see who's sitting where at this point in time. Everyone in chat, if you can, if you would be so kind, could you please just give us a nice like there. Like and share always helps the channel, helps us grow, helps us share our sponsors as well. Preves struggling desperately with that Swift, not having a great start to his race, but if he can keep his consistency up, I am certain he's going to make up some positions there. Ecobee still holding on to his first place, opened up a bigger gap now, closing down slightly, might have got a bad exit there. Ruan fighting off Gilara coming up behind him, but also trying to catch Ecobee. Don't want to let that gap grow too big, because then you're out of slip, you're using more fuel, and with 90 minutes on the clock, every little bit of fuel saving helps. Gilara doing everything he can to stay in that slip, not ruin the race, not bump anyone off, and just keep it nice and tight. So sitting on board with Wolfie at the moment, Gilara picking up a 1.5 second penalty, probably crossing that line there. It's already started. We're on lap 2. Penalties are boundless here. Gilara trying to throw it up the outside. Rusty making an epic move off the inside. Wolfie losing out. Oh my god. I don't know how Ravs does this, guys. My throat's already sore me on lap 2. We are 2.5 minutes into a 90-minute race. I don't know if I'm going to survive. Some lovely action going up ahead. So we're just going to stick here with Wolfie just to watch what unfolds in front of us rather. Rusty doing everything he can to keep that car under control. He is jumping up and down a little bit. I think the connection's not so great. Sorry about that. We do know that Gilara is going to be slowing down with 1.5 seconds. He's going to lose a whole host of positions right now. There he is there, overtaken by Pace, overtaken by Manny, and a few others. Rusty keeping it so tight, no space to go. He gets a little bit of a nub from Wolfie. Ruan goes wide as well. That's going to get him a penalty, we think. Oh, there's that 1 second penalty showing its head. Wolfie's going to try and chuck it up the inside. Let's jump with Jay and see how this unfolds. Jay with a slight nudge to Wolfie, keeping him in line there. Wolfie neck and neck with Rusty going up to turn 2. Superman right behind Jay here. Jay trying to find the ideal line to not mess up, not screw things around, but getting nudged slightly by Manny. Sorry, no, I lied. Getting nudged slightly by Gilara Brain. Sam goes through. Gilara goes through. Manny pushed out back. Jay clinches onto his 5th position, but loses out time to Wolfie in front. Now we do know that Ruan is going to be stopping soon for a 1 second penalty. Let's jump to the chat just as we're letting this race settle down a little bit, just a little bit. OJ reminded me he was in the Mitsubishi, and that's the car he won in, so it is a very competitive car, but OJ is also a very insane driver, so it's a little column A, little column B, I think. Uncle Mo, let's go Uncle Mo. Ruan losing 2 positions there. I don't think Kunida's going to catch him at this point, but does put him in the firing line now. Kunida might be able to get into that slipstream going down the straight. Skirocco needs every bit of help it can get. It's not the best in the top speed, but it is a good handling car. Let's see how the man handles things going on. Alright, let's take a look further down the line. We're going to go right to the back and work our way up. Preves doing respectable times as a 1:38.6. Improving drastically there, keeping him in shout there. Steven struggling with his trophy. Good livery, but not doing the greatest here. But 37.7 was his last lap. Very respectable times, but he needs to pick it up if he's going to try and catch Kennels up ahead. Big Chief now with the NSX. Big gap between him and Kennels. He also needs to try and pick that up. Doing respectable times, but the guys ahead are just that much faster. The car choices here really do put you in a world of pain. Kennel's having a lack of battle here with Fossil to Fist. As I'm cycling through, guys, keep an eye on the fuel and tire wear as well. This plays a huge role. The ideal strategy that most people were doing is 14 laps, 13 laps. I think that was it. If my maths is right, the 3-stopper, 2-stopper, 3-stopper. Yeah, 14, 13. Yeah, that's the one. So you're going to want to make those tires last as long as you can. You're going to want to make that fuel last as long as you can as well. Sam not having a great race. Wonderful overtake by Fossil to Fist. Car for car, like for like. Sam just got beaten out there, unfortunately. Fossil to Fist trying to capitalize on his momentum now. Manny going on the defensive, making sure to park it right there, and just going to see how he takes this. Kennels sending it from a different postcode, making it stick. Does anyone get a penalty? Kennels does apologize. He was probably just in the slipstream and didn't see what was happening, but Fossil to Fist now loses out to Kennels and Sam, so that position that he made up just went down the toilet. Alright, let's see what's happening up further ahead. on board with Gilara, who is now 6th. He was sitting in 2nd, if you do remember, not too long ago. He's struggling slightly here, struggling to keep up with Sam and keep this car in check. His tires are dying off a bit. He is a bit less on fuel than most, but these penalties are just killing, man. Just killing. Kuniwe setting a 1:35.7, fastest lap of the day so far. I say so far because we're still early days into this. We're only 7.5 minutes in to a 90-minute race. Ruan with another penalty. He's going to be dropping quite a few positions. What is this, a 0.5-second penalty? He might be dropping down to 6th, 7th place. No, I lie, 6th place. He's got enough of a gap between himself and Manny at this point in time, so he should be solid going in here. Kuniwe going for the Tokyo Drift line around that second last corner. Gilara keeping it in check, keeping himself nice and smooth. This livery is awesome. This is their new team, Vanguard Sim Racing VSR. Looking all kinds of fabulous on track. Hey, yo, Lakadung. Hello, Rams. Welcome to the chat, my brother. I really wish we could have had you doing the stream instead of me. You are a lot better at this than I am, and I'm already losing my voice. I don't know how you manage. I'm one slayer down, and I am dead already. Ruan looking on the outside. Gilara keeping it nice and tight, closing the gap, getting a bit out of the lots there. Ooh, Ruan's got the momentum coming down this downhill section. Will he try and swing it around the outside again? Is he going to try and make this move stick? Will it actually stick? Or is Gilara going to be able to close him off, park it on the apex as he does, and keep that position in? This is Mitsubishi vs Subaru, the old life tale, age-old life rivalry between these two. And it's Gilara vs Ruan, Mitsubishi vs Evo, red vs Chrome, I want to say. Yeah, Chrome and black. Liveries are looking epic on Como. As always, these guys did such a great job. I did ask for liveries to be nice and respectful, and you know they always made it happen. Rusty looks like he had a penalty there. He loses a position coming down here. But on Como, you're talking about liveries. Look at how sick this looks. Oh, these art cars. Now some people say they're overplayed, some people say it's been done to death, but man, keep them coming. I love it. You're doing a lekker job. I'm rubbing off on you. Hey, whoa. Let's watch the language there, Nadu. Keep it PG. I wouldn't be able to run with the race, but I'll lurk, as they say. Alright, cool, no worries. Does Gilara Brain have another 1.5-second penalty? Yes, he does. That is unfortunate. While these two are battling it out here, I don't want to leave them, but I gotta leave them. I see some things going up ahead that I want to check out. It looks like they're going to stick like this for a bit. Gilara is going to lose that position and possibly one more to Ruan. I don't know if he's going to lose it to Manny. Manny might be a bit too far back to get that down. Wolfie, this is what I want to see. Wolfie has cracked a 1:36.06 with his Ferrari. That is an insanely respectable time. Jay still has the fastest lap time at the 1:35.7. We know for a fact that's not the fastest lap these guys can do around here, but it is very difficult to do quick times while you are fuel saving. Wolfie's going faster than he did previous lap, and it looks like he's opening that gap up slightly. Oh, the gap is closing a little bit more. I think that Scirocco's got a bit more speed around the high speed corners. Ecobrice's fastest lap is a 1:36.1, but he has been mad consistent. Look at this, 36.3, 36.3, 36.7, 36.4, 36.1. Tires are looking great. Fuel is looking solid. This man is going to be able to go around for about 16 laps before he needs to pit. So his strategy is on point. He's about halfway down. His tires still look brilliant. Let's take a look at how everyone else is looking. Wolfie's tires are immaculate. Hasn't looked like he was wasting them all day, but he's been doing incredibly great times. Fuel, also awesome. Jay suffering on his tires there. Front wheel drive car Scirocco's. As if the Scirocco didn't have enough problems as it is. It's gotta be a front wheel drive with poor tire wear. Fuel also not as great as the two guys ahead. but he is killing it on the lap times. He is mad consistent as well. Still got that fastest lap of the day so far. Ruan, tires are looking great. Fuel is looking awesome. Speed is looking classic. Fourth place looks to be in the bag. Rusty though is looking for vengeance, trying to come out swinging here. His fastest is 36.1. Tires still looking good. Fuel not the greatest. We don't know where he's going to stop, but let's check it out. Dilara wishing that his tires were doing a bit better than everyone else. Looks like he's dropped off pace just a little bit because of that and some penalties that he's picked up. But fuel is looking lovely. Manny, tires, great. Fuel, not so great. Should still be good with his strategy, but let's see how he cracks on later on. Sam doesn't look like he's been racing with his tires the whole day, but his lap times have been great. Not 100% consistent as we know he can be. Struggling slightly on some corners, especially with some penalties I think he's picked up there on lap 4. But fuel, on point where he wants it to be. Kennels, fuel is great. Tires are still fresh. This Alpha is doing all kinds of amazing things. Fast water fist, tires, lovely. Fuel, amazing. Lap times are consistent. Steven with the same thing. He's actually doing very well on his tire wear. It's incredible. Fuel, he wants to be doing a little bit better to keep it going, but lap times are on point. Big Chief, oh, first thing we see is a big red penalty above his name. 1 second, he has not been having the greatest of races. Looks like he's picked up a couple penalties, but tires are looking fresh. Fuel, not so much. He is revving the car right out, which is eating him a little bit, but that could be part of his strategy. We just don't know. We just need to see what happens. Papa Jer, legend man in the house. Jerry, thank you so much for coming through, brother. Thank you so much for organizing the access codes so I could stream for tonight. You are an absolute scholar and a legend. Really appreciate you. Great to see Oak still going strong. Keep it up. Yeah, man, we do miss seeing you on track though. Please tell us when you're coming back. Preves really not having a great day. Previous lap was a 2 minutes 6 seconds. Not sure what went down there. Really would have liked to see that. But his tires look lovely. His fuel, he would like to be doing a bit better, but I think he's got it on for his strategy. Let's see for some battles now. That's what you guys want to check, right? We've got all the info out the way. Who's having some battles going down? I see something going on a bit back. No, they're not quite close enough, so let's stick with these guys here. It looks like this is where the action is at. Ruan trying to make some headway here. He's got the slipstream. Rusty doesn't know where he's going. Gets a little bit of a tap from behind. Doesn't seem like Ruan wants to overtake. Looks like he wants to move preserve. But Rusty goes slightly wide. Was it because of the tap? Was it because of late braking? Was it because of trying to keep the position? We just don't know. Ruan staying in that slipstream, just letting off the accelerator so he does not run off here. Keeping behind Rusty. He doesn't want to attack too early. It's still early days in the race. We are only 15.5 minutes in to a 19-minute race. There are yellow flags up ahead. Somebody has spun out. Who is it? It is Preves. Oh man, oh man, oh my. Preves not having a great day. Not having a great day at all. Already being lapped on lap 10. It's just unfortunate. That is how these races go. We never know what we're going to see. We never know what's going to happen. It is unfortunate. But is Ruan going to try and overtake here on the pit straight? Eaglebees looks like he's got a bit of more of a gap to him now. Ruan revving his car right out, making sure he gets every little bit of horsepower he can from this beast. He could possibly be inside of the exhaust pipe of Rusty. Anyone get a penalty from that situation? No, they don't. They get it clean and clear. Sorry, I know I'm boring you guys a little bit here, but wow, my throat is killing me. There is action up and down this track. Let's go find some more. Oh no, Kennels with the 1.5 second penalty. Looks like he ran a bit wide, but he is hot on the heels of Fastwood of first. Kennels doing some lovely lap times with this Alpha as well. You know, guys were struggling with the speed of this Alpha, but loved the tire and fuel away on it. But Kennels has found a way to make good use of everything on board. Let's just hope his strategy pulls through for him and he gains some more positions coming up. We know the penalties aren't the greatest here. Steven struggling slightly. He's got a good 7-second gap to the car behind it, but he's also got a lovely 2-second and growing gap to the cars behind. Sam wishing he was doing a little bit better on the fuelway there. Actually, sorry, I lie. He's on lap 10. He's doing great on fuelway. Is he gonna run wide? Oh no. Turn your game side sound a bit lower if you can. I need to remember how to do that. How do I do that? How do I do that? Just remind me, Ravs, please, if you don't mind. It's been a while since I sorted the sound issues out. So just let me know. Jay with the fastest lap in that Scirocco. Yes, brother. And he's held on to that fastest lap for a good long while as Sam throws it up the inside on Manny's a pace versus pace action. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. See this clean overtake from Sam. But Manny is now hot on his heels, trying and looking at the inside. Is he going to try and take the jump? No, he does not. Doesn't want to send it from a different postcode. Looks like Sam's already been tapped from the rear a little bit, probably previously. And yeah, got some damage on the back there, but thankfully damage is not on. It's just cosmetic damage that is on, so we are seeing the results of that. And certainly not boring. I'm trying not to be. What we see. We want to hear more. Yeah, I also want to hear more. But my throat is dying, man. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we go up the field again to see some more battles happening up here. Ruan now hot on the heels of Rusty. Oh no, my battery level is dying. I'll just plug this controller in before you'll lose me on voice. Just want to make sure it's charging. Yes, it is. Okay, we should be good again. Lovely. Right, Rusty looking for a move up the inside on Jay for the 3rd position. He wants that podium bad, does Rusty. Rusty makes it through. Ron also looking to push through there as well. Gets a little bit out of sorts, but has the run on Guniwe. Guniwe had a compromising line, so he's not going to be able to get as fast as he can. But look at that, Ron makes the position stick. Jay losing on 2 positions from that one corner. Oh, and it's so sad. He still got his fastest lap, so he can put them under some pressure. But Rusty, man, sent it lovely. Not from a different postcode, but just inside the area. Made it stick, and Ron took great advantage of that move. Let's see things from Kaniwa's perspective. Kaniwa's lost a bit of time, putting Dilara in the sights now. Dilara with an attacking position. Kaniwa's tires are almost done. Lap 13. He needs to get one more lap out of this according to his strategy. I think, I'm not sure. Rusty flying into the pits. After an incredible move like that, he's flying into the pits. He had to. He was dead on fuel. His tires were lacquer. Front wheel drive tires are eaten. Yeah, man. Most guys are going to be struggling right now with tires. Let's see who's gone into the pits. It's Rusty. It's Manny. Who else? Anyone else? Anybody else wants to go into the pits? No. Everyone else is staying out for one more lap. One more lap. Now keep in mind, the pit stop here is insanely long. If you want to make yourself a cup of tea during these pit stops, because the refueling rate is slow. It is slower than I drive. It is insane. Guniwe under attack from behind, but still trying to push up ahead. Dilara getting the run out there. Guniwe struggling for grip on the exits. Losing out a handful of places. But is he going to try and throw it up the outside like 2 trailer park girls, like we know Guniwe likes to do? Just doesn't have the grip to make it work, so he doesn't attempt it. He sticks back, sits in, Gilara's slipstream while Gilara tries to attack Ruan up ahead. I think all three of these gentlemen need to chuck it into the pits after this. It does look like Ruan has the better fuel amongst all three of them. Koniwe's front left tire has checked out, left the WhatsApp group, retired, said so long, got voted off the island. It is no longer there. This right-hander here is going to make this man cry. Is he going to be able to keep it into the pits nice and clean? No penalties? Lovely. That's what we like to see. Oh, he got really close to that line there. Really close to that line. Top 4 into the pits. Wolfie stays out for another lap. Let's see what the man can accomplish here. Alright, sorry about that. I was off for a little bit. So everyone seems to have pits. Eco Beast coming out the pits now, claiming his P2, but he's probably going to come out in P1, fairly certain, because Wolfie needs to pit at this lap. Next out the pits, who's going to make it? Gilara comes out. Gilara holding on to third place there, but hot on his heels is Ruan. Rusty, already pitted. Got the momentum, keeping 5th place. He's got Preves ahead of him, but Preves is a lapped car, so Preves needs to move over. We're giving the space, and Preves seems to be sitting in the line. But lovely stuff. Making sure he's not compromising anyone's line there. Jay coming out nicely in 6th position. Sam sitting in 7th with fresh tires, refueled, refreshed. Supermaning with a 1.2 second gap behind Sam. New tires, fuel already looking a little bit worse than Sam's. I think he underfueled because he wants to do a few less laps. So I'm not sure how he's going to work that. But it is incredible to see these strats come into play. Wolfie got into the pits. Had 2% of fuel when he was in. Now refueling. Fastwood to Fist, looking lovely. In 9th position. 10th, Big Chief pitted a bit earlier than most. Less fuel now. Worst tire wear, but he's going to be pushing it. He's already on his 3rd lap out the pits. Steven looking fresh on his out lap from the pits. Kennels with the same. Preves still struggling. It's just unfortunate this man cannot catch a break with this car. Not an easy car on this track. Not great on tire wear, not great on fuel wear. I feel for him, I really do. Wolfie on his way out the pits. 2nd place is there. Wolfie holds on to 2nd place, but Gilara Brain coming out like an angry bull out the gates, making sure he hunts down Wolfie. He has closed that gap from that previous stop, so it looks like his strat is working for him. But Ruan gonna try his best to avoid the attack from the Alpha behind. We know that Alpha can send it into the corners and hold that grip down as he's done previously. Even on poor tire wear and no fuel, the man was throwing that car into places it didn't belong. And it looks lovely, does it not? Man, I know I've said this before, but good lord. Koniwe trying his hardest. I'm going to say that, trying his hardest to keep this position, keep pushing, while maintaining those tires. That front wheel drive tire wear, man, it is horrific. I'm speaking because I'm still under PTSD from my race last night. Front wheel drive in my Megan, and not the Megan trophy, the standard Megan. I was dead every stint. Lap 13, my tires were out, checked out, taken to prison, no longer allowed to see the kids, just gone. Had to make a plan for 2 laps. Manny with a 9.4 second gap to Jay ahead, trying his hardest to push. Oh no, Preves went wide. unfortunate situations going on. Sam with a 1 second penalty. Oh no, Sam. And he's going to be able to attack Manny here. Sam looking up the inside. Oh no, just making Manny think about a few things while he does that. But oh man, you got a 1 second penalty. If I was him, I'd sit behind, just bide my time, keep my fuel, save that fuel, try as hard as I can to open up a gap from behind. But again, these guys are a lot better than me, so I could be talking out my rear end and not know what I'm saying. But it is what it is, I guess. Superman, he went defensive, went back onto the racing line and made sure he keeps that 7th position. Is he losing too much time doing that? We don't know. We don't know what's going through these guys' heads. It's just stressful. Sam opened up a good 2.2 second gap and climbing from behind. He should be safe when he serves his penalty. Should be, might be, can be. Let's see if he is though. We never know. Once we see what happens after this penalty is served, then we'll move over up ahead to see some lacquer 4-car battling third. Superman, cool, calm and collected going through the infield, knowing Sam's behind on attack, but also knowing Sam's got a penalty. So not compromising himself too much. Sam serving his penalty. Is Fast Water Fist going to be able to attack? Not quite, but it does put Sam in the firing line going down the straight. He's now within slipstream range. Open the gap slightly. Sam went wide again. Does he get another penalty? Does he get another penalty? Yes, he does. This time it's 1.5 seconds for his sins. Oh, Lord. Sam's not having a good day. Not having a good day at all. But anyway, still in 6th. Rusty still in 5th. Ruan 4th. Gilara in 3rd. Comfortable are they in these top 6 positions? A good sized gap between each. No one's in the firing line. No one needs to defend just quite yet. But as we say that, Ruan starts to close the gap quite nicely. Wolfie now 0.8 behind Eco Beast. Let's see, is he going to be able to attack right here? Let's check how these guys are for fuel and tires. Wolfie looks like on fuel in his tires. Eco Beast as well, but Eco's got a little less fuel. That is because Wolfie hit it a bit earlier. Could that strat have worked for him? We'll see within the next 2 laps. We'll catch us in the next time on Dragon Ball Z. We don't know what's going to crack on next, but let's just check it out. Preves with another penalty. Oh no, man. Yeah, we're rooting for you, Preves. We're rooting for you, man. Keep it up. Keep pushing. Don't give up, brother. Don't give up. Never give up, guys. You never know what's going to happen at the end of the race. Kennels coasted through there slightly just to save a little bit more fuel, but sitting right on the tail of Steven with a 0.9 gap behind. Steven's got 4 seconds to close on Big Chief. Big Chief with a penalty, struggling with the NSX slightly it seems the last couple laps, but he has done a 37.2, which is his fastest of the day. So that is awesome. Sam 39.8, he has lost that position to Fast Water Fist after he served that 1.5 second penalty. He's now got a 1.8 second gap to Fast Water Fist up ahead. Just shows you with the 1.5 second penalty you lose almost 3 seconds. That's madness. Yes, Rams, penalties are harsh here, man. Oh, that's so horrible. Fast Water Fist doing everything he can right now, trying to catch up to Manny. Gap is maintaining just over 2 seconds. Manny trying to catch Kaniwe. He's got 12 seconds, but he's also got an hour in which to do it. Kaniwe trying to close the gap up ahead, but he hasn't been able to close it for more than 1.2 seconds. He's sitting pretty with some pretty consistent lap times it seems. He did dip in at 37s just before his pit stop, but looks like he's back into the 35s. He can maintain that. Oh, Rusty goes wide. Does Rusty get a penalty? Can we see from this far back? I'm not sure. Rusty gets a 2.5 second penalty for his sins. Oh my lord. That's going to put Rusty way back. That is just... I think that's a bit hectic, eh? Oh man, someone give the man a hug. He was doing such lacquer times. I mean, look at that consistency. 36.1, 36.1, 36 dead, 35.8 as his fastest lap, and then 2.5 second penalty. Oh, that would break my heart. But Rusty's not giving up. No, Rusty's not giving up. He's doing everything he can to close that gap. He's using the slipstream of Ruan, so he's catching him down the straight. Is Rusty going to throw from another postcode down here? Down the inside? No, he doesn't. He keeps it tight, keeps it behind Ruan, making sure both drivers get across safely. Ruan getting a better exit though. Ruan also aware of Rusty's presence behind. How can you not see that car behind you? But still trying to catch Gilara. Gilara's got a good comfortable 1.1 second gap ahead, but I think you can all admit 1.1 seconds is still stressful to have somebody chasing you for an hour and a half. Gilara closed the gap slightly to 3.9 rather than 4.2 as it was before, to Wolfie up ahead. But currently Gilara happy with his third, not pushing the car too much, not putting himself in jeopardy too much, letting the car run off, but not wide enough to get a penalty. And again, with the lack of livery, man. I love how these cars are looking today. Wolfie a lot closer than he was last lap, with the 35.7. And that takes him into fastest lap of the day. Canio has been dethroned as first lap champion. Wolfie now claiming that 35.722 as fastest lap so far. There is still just about an hour left of racing. So let's see if by the next pit stop somebody else can claim that. Keep in mind, Wolfie's done this on his 4th lap out, so his tires aren't the greatest. Fuel is a little bit less than before, but that does help him in terms of weight. Oh no, Wolfie, in trying to get ahead, goes off. EcoBeast just sails off into the... Gilara seeing this new revived energy. Keep in mind, Wolfie's going to have dirty tires coming through this infield, and it is quite a tricky section. You go off those lines there, you're going to slide. There's no grip on the outside, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse going on from here. Let's just see how much of time did Wolfie lose in those sections from going off at that right-hander. Does look like he's still struggling with the car a little bit. He's going out of shape of sorts. Gilara is now within slipstream range, and he is closing that gap. Wolfie with a 39.4. So Wolfie's lost about 4 seconds, almost 4 seconds, just by going off there. Oh, it is so sad. It is so sad. We worked so hard. For what? For what? He's now got a 3.9 second gap ahead, but we know he is fast. He's closed it already, the 3.8 seconds. But he is under attack. Gilara closed the gap now from 0.9 on the straight to 0.7 going into turn 2. But Gilara also got Ruan behind him. Let me know if there's a particular driver or particular bit of information that you guys want to see, guys and girls, in chat. If you want to see anything in particular, let me know. There's only so much I can talk about and show in an hour. But I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. We're going to make it look like we can get some good shots for the socials as well. Revs, going to save the replay. We need you to take some pictures for us. Speaking of Revs, Revs is saying EcoBeast showing skill in the Viper. Sorry, there's a thing that's blocking this part here, so I'm going to read that again. EcoBeast showing skill in the Viper, while Wolfie showing how strong the Ferrari is with fastest lap. Yes, it definitely is. Definitely is. Creeves putting himself off again to allow the races to go past. What a man, what a man, what a mighty man. Let's see this from the perspective of Ruan. Ruan sitting in, trying desperately to catch Gilara, and sort of succeeding, sort of not. He had a good exit, and it's closing down again. Gilara took off a little bit as soon as this car went into fourth gear and started catching him. Ron taking that very nice and clean, closing the gap, just chipping away, chipping away. He wants that podium spot. Ron is not going to rest until he gets it. Rusty closing that gap. You can see on the top left corner at the Delta, Rusty is trying to close that gap desperately as well. That Alpha working overtime. Ron did hit his fastest lap of the day with a 36.025. If you look at his previous 3 laps, look at how consistent that is. Look at his previous 6 laps, how consistent that is. This is some epic racing going on. And that's my catchphrase at this point. Save the replay. Yes sir, yes sir. 3 bags full. We'll save that replay for you. Wolfie back on his speed with the 35.745 on his previous lap. What is he going to be doing here? He is murdering this Ferrari. Still fuel saving, but still pushing. He is now 36.3, respectable time. He's closed that gap from a 4-second gap to a 3.5-second gap. That is some lovely racing going on. He didn't slide there as much as you think he did. The stream is not so lacquer. There is a bit of a delay. I am on PS4. Apologies, peoples. Let's hold on that. When the PS5 comes, streams should be a lot more smoother. There's still a bit of jitter on my side. We're on with 6 laps within 1/10 of a second. That's madness. May brew. That is some insane driving. And remember, Ron is not driving alone. He's got guys behind him. Well, he had guys behind him, and he's got guys ahead of him. He is not driving alone. He is under pressure of trying to overtake Gilara. He is under pressure trying to catch him. Yes, he is in the slipstream slightly, but look at those lap times. His slowest lap time in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Sorry, 7 laps. That's actually 8 laps. In his last 8 laps, since he's come out the pits, his slowest lap time is a 36.3. His fastest lap time is a 36.0. 0.3 of a gap, guys, in 8 laps. Who does this? Everyone is mad consistent with some great speed. Yes, everyone is fast. Everyone is consistent. But we just gotta point some things out. These oaks are flying. Yes, Uncle Mo, they are. If only I could drive like these oaks. That would be so lucky. Ruan picked up a penalty. Oh no, he's just done his fastest lap so far. With the 35.999, scraping it into the 35 by the skin of his teeth, but with a 0.5-second penalty. Oh, he is not going to be happy with that. Rusty's lost out of position to Kaniwa. Rusty's picked up a penalty as well. Kaniwa trying to do everything he can with this Scirocco, but we know the front wheel drives are not happy around this track with this fuel weight. Look at how Kaniwa is handling his life right now. His front left tire is ready to separate itself from the rest of the pack. It's just not happy being where it is. We're on with his 0.5-second penalty, but sitting closer than he has to Gilara in over 8 laps. So he's going to want to be keeping this position, but unfortunately he can't. There's traffic up ahead. Preeves again on the side of the track with a 3.5-second penalty this time. I think Preeves is just putting himself off to allow other drivers to go past. It's just making sure that no one gets hindered, and we applaud him for that. Rowan serving his penalty, losing out some time. We'll see at the end of the straight where he actually ends up. There's still a couple of corners for him to settle down in. Gilara going to try and get ahead of Big Chief. Big Chief is a lapped car at this point in time, but Gilara also wanting to use the slipstream of Big Chief, saving fuel, saving tires, making sure his race is not impeded as well. Big Chief is being blue flagged at the moment, and it looks like he does move over to the side with the 0.5-second penalty as well. That is just unfortunate. Ruan also about to overtake him now. Big Chief moving over, letting the faster guys go ahead. Always happy when guys do that. Thank you so much for following the rules of the race. Ruan back within a shout. Was it Big Chief that allowed him to get in front? Was it? We don't know. Don't know. And VSR teammates, so did teammate hinder teammates, or was it just mistakes, or is Ruan just that fast? I say Ruan is just that fast. Ruan has been definitely one of my drivers of the day for today. I think he's made some great moves, some great overtaking. Blade joining the lobby, not sure why. Blade did race with us last night in our pool and he's left, so he must have joined by accident. It does happen, it's not a problem. Eco Beasts sitting happily in his first place. Please don't think that just because I haven't been looking at it doesn't mean I don't care about his driving. He has been doing some incredibly lacquer laps. He's been fast as well. It's just not exciting to keep seeing it up in front because he hasn't been under attack from Wolfie in a while. So I just didn't want to bore you guys as well. We want to look at the action. Rusty jumps into the pits on lap 27. Wolfie pushing it with the 35.5, fastest lap of the day. Doing what he can to catch Eco Beast. His tyres not looking the greatest, but he is coming towards the end of his stint. Fuel is looking alright, gonna take him through. Gilara needing to stop. Don't think Gilara is gonna be able to do another lap. His fuel is out, but does look like he's in with his strategy. Going in at the end of lap 27, so he should still be sharp to finish this race strong. Ruan still lack on fuel, might be able to do another lap on this. So he's gonna jump Gilara as Gilara jumps into the pits now. Kuniwe sitting 1.5 second penalty. That's heartbreaking to see, especially after he's done some good racing right there. Opened up a lacquer gap to Fist behind. But his tires, man, his tires, front wheel drive, it's just not helping at all. Alright, sorry about that. Just needed to... oh, that didn't help. Needed to clear the throat. Gilara into the pits. Jay staying out. One more lap, he's got to go in next. Ruan with the purple sector there. Lovely stuff, lovely. We like to see Ruan now, 3.7 seconds and closing to the guys ahead. Wolfie closing his gap to Eco Beast. Eco Beast staying consistent as he can. They're going to need to jump into the pits now. Is Wolfie going to be able to stay out for one more lap? Is Ruan going to be able to stay out for one more lap as well? If they can, this will be epic. Another faster sector for Ruan. Ruan just chipping away at his time at this point. Kuniwe, front left tire, has said, I'm done. I don't get paid enough for this. He's out. Handed in his resignation. Just doesn't like it anymore. Eco Beast into the pits. Wolfie into the pits. Ruan staying out, going to claim first position. Now going to have an open lap, no one behind him. He's down 0.3 seconds from having a fast 2 sectors. He must have made some mistakes in the last, but staying out for one more lap. Let's see how his strategy rewards him. Kuniwe into the pits. Passwater first into the pits. Sam into the pits. Steven also going to be needing to go in. Gilara Brain out of the pits. Coming up to the final sector. Let's see where he comes out. He could be already halfway refueled. Rusty also pitted already. Going through. Manny fueled and loaded. Big Chief with the same, less fuel than most, 0.5 second penalty, sitting in 11th. Not happy is Big Chief at this point in time, I can imagine. He is a much better driver than this, just not having a great day. The penalties here, the fuel, the car, the weather, it's just not happening. It's just unlucky, it's not great. It is a randomized season, just to remind you all. No one had a choice on what car they were using. You did have the ability to swap cars last minute. Well, not last minute, about a week ago, but there was one car per pool, and that was the Alpha of Ruan. I think it's Ruan? It is Ruan, right? Pree's just enjoying himself at this point in time. Doing some okay laps, having some fun, but also making sure not to get on anybody's bad side. Put on some racing mediums to make sure he's able to get to the end. Ruan now jumping into the pit. Sorry, Ruan is not in the Alpha, so I do apologize for that. I must have mixed up people. Wolfie is going to be taking first position. He's jumped EcoBoost. I'm sorry that we missed that. I do apologize. I want to know where that came down. EcoBeast also with the 1 second penalty, so he's going to be serving that now, giving Wolfie a good gap. Nice comfort and buffer zone right there. He's probably going to have 2.4 seconds by the end of the pit straight. We don't know, we're not sure. Let's see how that works out. EcoBeast, not a happy man, is he? Running wide slightly. Is he going to get another penalty? He does. 0.5 seconds. Ruan almost ready to exit, locked and loaded. Dilara coming down the pit straight. Ooh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. There we can see Ruan coming through the pits. Ruan exiting fourth. He's got a lovely gap between himself and Rusty is the one that's in the Alpha. There we go. This is the car that people were able to swap to. You did have a very limited time to send in your request for swapping. It opened at 9 last week, and you had maybe 5 minutes before the cars were taken by anybody else. And once you picked it, you picked it. You cannot swap back. No take backsies. It's yours. You keep it. Finders keepers. And if you don't like it, just be sad. Goodway not having a good comeback, but in a respectable 6th position, given he's ahead of it. Fast with a fist. Passing Preeves. Again, Preeves not having a lacquer race, but enjoying himself in the Swift. Swift does look lacquer though, does it not? I like how it looks. Serious Sam with another penalty! Oh my lord, Sam is not having a good race. Not having a good race at all, is Sam. 1 second added on to him. He's got 4.9 in climbing from Fast with a Fist. Superman is going to take that position from Sam right now. As Sam comes across the line, let's stick with the 2 to see how this is going to go down. Pree's putting himself off so that others can go through. It's a good man. He doesn't need to do that, but he does. Because he knows his race is over, but he's still pushing on, and we love him for it. Manny taking that 8th position from Sam. Sam letting Manny go without much hesitation, doesn't want to impede his line. Oh, Sam is so close to going off there. Can Sam keep it on here? He does. Lovely. Sam is 0.3 now behind Manny. That is within firing range. If you want to send it from that postcode, you can. The letter will be delivered. But does he? Does he? No, he doesn't. He keeps it tight around the back. Oh, look at that gap. You cannot fit another car in there. These two are neck and neck at this point in time. Well, I mean, not neck and neck, but you know what I mean. Sam invoking the wrath of one prime. What? One prime here with those penalties. Yes. Oh, and Sam goes wide again. Is he going to get a penalty here? I don't think that's a penalty zone that you can get something on. And I don't think he was going fast enough to get a penalty there, but he gets 1 second anyway. Oh my god. I'm going to move away from Sam now. It's just depressing me at this point. I'm joking, it's not, but let's go see some more action. Password of this. Sorry, Wolfie. My apologies, Wolfie. With the 1:35.8. Lovely, lovely times there. He's got a good buffer of 2.9 seconds. Not the greatest of exits. EcoBeast with also not the greatest of exits. 2.4, 2.6, 2.7. It is climbing slightly. Sam is probably doing that frustrated laugh right now. Yeah, frustrated laugh and the sigh. You can just hear him sighing. It's 3 seconds now between Wolfie and EcoBeast. I think it's VSR 123 at the moment. That is lovely to see. One is TFR, right? Not VSR, TFR. Yeah, I like this livery though. I really do. It is quite awesome. But Ron, doing some respectable things, man. Absolutely respectable. He hasn't been as consistent on this last couple laps as he has been previously. Actually, I lied. Lap 30 was his pit stop. So don't listen to me, I'm talking shit at the moment. Let's go see Rusty. Rusty's doing some great things here, sticking in 36s. Last 2 laps within 0.1 of each other, which is lovely to see. Wolfie, Eco and Gilara keeping up with each other, solid team pace. Yes, it is. It is a very solid team pace, and we've definitely been practicing, and we love to see it. We love to see when guys are keeping things going and keep pushing it, pushing the limits, pushing the envelope, and keeping racing respectful. Guniwe having some good laps going on. I'm sure he's not happy that his fastest lap got taken away. He's probably going to try and get that back. What you say? You think so? I think so. He's got a good gap between himself and Fast Order first, but he wants to be closing that gap to Rusty, where Rusty just seems to be opening. Guniwe gets him on the entry of the exits, but on the exit itself he's not able to keep it up. Ruan with 2 seconds added to him. That's not happy chappy right there, but still some good solid pace from him. Still a good buffer zone between him and Rusty. He's going to keep that 4th position, but he wants that 3rd. We know he wants that 3rd. He doesn't want that 3rd. He's not a race driver. We know he's a racer. We know he wants that position. He's trying desperately, but this penalties just suck. Wolfie with the 35.6 as his previous. Let's see what he's going to do here. Looks like he had a solid run. Doesn't look like he had too much drama. His tires are still fresh as all hell. He is only on lap 4 of them. His fuel not looking so grand, but should improve as the stint goes on. And there he is with the 35.6. So essentially the same as he did last lap. Not sure why it's not showing us the time there, but don't you just love consistency? And he's growing the gap to EcoBeast behind him. EcoBeast had this race for quite a while. For a good solid 25-30 minutes I think he had it. Well, 25 minutes. We're 55 minutes into this race. Which means we've got just under half an hour left to go. So he had that race for the majority of it. Just couldn't hold on. Wolfie was doing mad consistent and fast times, took the fastest lap and just said screw it. Look at that flames coming out of this Viper. Oh, Gilara with a 0.5 second penalty. Still got a good gap to Ron. It's now 7 seconds instead of the 9 that it was previous lap. But tell me something, man had a 1 second penalty lap before, and he still did a 35.6. So he is going to be faster next lap. We know this. We cannot wait to see it. Ravs, you're talking a lot. I need to keep up. I think we'll see a good few PB laps in the last stint. 100%. It's probably going to be everyone's everyone's shortest stint as well. So the tires will be a lot fresher. Fuel will be in their favor. And they will be pushing nicely. Gilara keeping it tight. Ron, 6 seconds behind Gilara ahead and 6 seconds ahead of Rusty behind. That there is just a spectacular bug. I think it happens if you spectate cars in different laps. Can't confirm that though. I'm assuming you're talking about what we're seeing now on lap 35. Hold on, look at this. 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 34, 35. Yeah. Okay, weird bugs. GT7, weird bugs. Let's hope polyphony, however you want to pronounce them, they'll see this and fix that shit. Wolfie, losing time now. EcoBeast, now 2.7 behind instead of the 3.2 he was before. Gap opening slightly, but let's see. EcoBeast sitting comfortably in second though. Gilara has some work to do if he's going to catch. I got some food here, but I'm going to be going soon again. We'll keep stream open though. Revs, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I really do. I wish you brought food for me, but I know it's a bit of a schlep. It's quite far, but it is what it is. I'll eat after the race. Those in chat, if you do want to see a particular car, particular stats, particular bit of info, let me know. Let me know what you like, and I'll show it to you. Preves under fire from an SLS behind. Preves looks like he's taken some damage before. Preves putting himself off yet again to make sure the cars ahead can go through cleanly. He doesn't have to. He really doesn't have to, but he is. He's a respectable driver and we love him for it. Keep going, Preves. Thank you so much for pushing on, man. Steven not having the greatest of times in the Megan Trophy. 0.6 now behind his optimal and fastest time. Big Chief with a 0.5 second penalty that he's just served. He's going to have to go into the pits. He's got half an hour of racing left to go. Diving into the pits does Big Chief. Sam with a half tank fuel left. Sitting in 9th position comfortably with a good gap behind him to Steven, 25 seconds. And a gap of 3 seconds to Manny ahead. It looks like these two have been suffering with penalties throughout. It's just sad to see. Just sad to see the penalties keep destroying races, destroying the soul. These penalties make you just want to quit. Some did. Yesterday there was a few. I don't blame them though, these penalties are soul crushing. Manny trying to close the gap ahead, struggling slightly to do so, but making sure that Sam cannot attack from behind. Fast Water first with a good comfortable gap from behind, but also a good challenging gap up ahead. Koniwe opening the gap from behind as well, but a 0.7 behind Rusty. Rusty with 2-second penalty, meaning Rusty is going to have to stop and give that positions to Koniwe. Were it not for that penalty though, Rusty would still be under fire from Koniwe. Koniwe flashing lights, it looks like, but with a 10-second gap to Ruan up ahead. Ruan trying his darndest. Seems like penalties have just been holding him back a little bit there. But he has kept that gap nice and consistent as well to Gilara ahead. Gilara with a 2-second penalty. This is going to make things interesting now coming up to serve that Ecoby is no penalty to serve. But now a 1.6 second gap to Wolfie, who we're riding along with now. Wolfie with some mad consistent times. Look at that. 5 laps, all in the 35s, all within, what's that, 0.3 of each other? Sorry, 6 laps. Yeah, that is madness. 7 laps now. But EcoBeast just going that much faster. EcoBeast also took the fastest lap away. Ruan was not able to take that position away from Gilara Brain, but he did close the gap from 4 to 1.5 and closing. Kuniwe took the position away from Rusty. Does Kuniwe go wide? Does Rusty go wide? Let us see. No penalties so far for Kuniwe. I think he's in the clear. Rusty, no penalties either. I think he's in the clear. But Rusty's going to want to try desperately to get that 5th place back. He's held on to it for so long. You know he wants to keep that. Wolfie trying his hardest not to allow EcoBeast into that slip, because if that Viper gets into that slipstream, he's going to be so quickly on his tail. They are teammates, but all's fair in love and war, eh? EcoBeast now with an even bigger gap to Gilara. Gilara's got 11 seconds to work off. But an even smaller gap between him and Ruan now. Are they teammates? I think TFR and VSR, they are different. Yes, they are. I'm not mad, am I? Is Ruan going to try and do something here? Is he going to try and push it just a bit more? Is he just going to try and keep the consistency and hope that his strategy pays off for him? I'd love to show you more battles, but all cars are widely spread around this track. It being 1 hour, 3 minutes into this race. We've got 27 minutes left to go. If you've just joined us, allow me to explain what's going on here. What's happening here is a randomized event. This is a randomized race. As we see, EcoBeast has picked up a penalty. What does randomized mean? It means that every single driver you see on track here was given a particular car to use. They were given a car. They weren't allowed to select a car. The track was randomly selected. The settings for the track were randomly selected. The weather was randomly selected. Tire wear, fuel wear, everything in between, all randomly selected. Nobody knew what was cracking. Nobody knew what was going to happen. They didn't have enough time to practice, but here we are, sitting with insanely tight racing, insanely competitive racing. EcoBeast serving his penalty, opening his gap up. And what was it, 0.7 to 1.2 now? I'm going to open up slightly more as he gets onto the pit straight, but let's see where it settles down. So yes, a completely randomized event. Why are we streaming on a Friday? Well, that's easy. All races are taking place at the same time on a Thursday. But this lobby here in particular last night crashed. So, because this is a fun season, settings might not be fun, cars might not be fun, but it is a fun season. Because it is a fun season, we wanted to make sure that everyone got a chance to race. That everyone got a chance to put in a good time. That everyone got a chance to enjoy the nonsense that is the randomized season. So we allowed them to race tonight. And in racing tonight, it allowed me to stream it and show it to you guys. Guys and girls, I don't discriminate. Everyone's allowed. Ebenezer Sefa, Goofy, our first place racer. Gonna need to give you some context there, Ebenezer. Not too sure what you mean. Goofy, as in Wolfie's being goofy, or were you goofy as a first place racer? What's happening? Tell me. Who are you? Where are you from? Who do you think's gonna win tonight? And you've seen all the cars, you've seen all the liveries. Which one do you guys think is the best? I know which one I love. Which one do you like? Tell me, I wanna know. Wolfie trying to chip away. Sorry, EcoBeast trying to trip away at Wolfie's time here. Achieving it slowly, especially through the corners, but on the straights, does he have it? Does he have it on the straights? It is going up and down, up and down, up and down does it go. Ebenezer showing us that they've got some emojis. Well done. Gilara under fire from Ruan. Ruan wanting desperately to go ahead. Ruan's tyre is looking lovely. Gilara's looking dead. Ruan's going to have the exit speeds here. These cars are very similarly matched. Mitsubishi vs Subaru. Legend vs Legend. Legacy vs Legacy. Oh, side by side into the corner. Ruan trying to chuck it around the outside like two trailer park girls. Does he let it stick? He's got the traction. Can't quite keep the position. Puts himself on the outside for the next corner as well. Gilara trying, desperately keeping Ruan on the outside as far as he can without contact, but making the position clear, making it clear, this is my podium, this is my podium. You stop here, here no farther. Ruan trying to keep it on that line there. If he goes wide, he will slide. There's no grip on the outside. The track is cold at that position. There is that rubble on the side. Tire's just not going to stick it out. But Gilara's going to have to go into the pits now anyway. So let's hope Ruan's not going to chuck it on the inside. Keeps it out. Gilara through to the pits, touches the line. Does he get a penalty going in? We will see what we see. Ruan now moving into third position. He's probably going to get another 2, maybe 3 laps out of his fuel remaining. And then he too is going to have to be in. EcoBeast with a 1 second penalty plus no fuel. So he's also going to have to go in. Wolfie also going to have to make a stop now. He's at a 1.7 second gap, had a 1.7 second gap. He's now made some mistakes. So that gap is closing, but opening again because he's got the top end speed. Supermanny also into the pits. Let's go down the list and see who else has jumped in. Sam staying out for another lap. Rusty looking all kinds of fresh. Steven not so fresh, but he needs to stop as well. But he's got 51 seconds to Big Chief behind. Big Chief's got half a tank of fuel left. He's on a very different strategy. Preeves behind as well. Looking good on fuel, looking great on tires. Having the time of his life. Wolfie jumps inside the pits. EcoBeast jumps inside the pits in the nick of time. Ruan, is he going to stay out? Is he going to go through? What's the strategy here? What would you do in this position? Ruan jumps into the pits. Koniwe going to have to jump into the pits. If he does not, he's going to have a world of hurt waiting for him there. Fast Water Fists also gonna need to jump into the pits. He's got Big Chief up ahead. Big Chief is a back marker at this point in time, so he's not a threat there, but that NSX is just a handful, man. The penalty is not helping anybody. I feel for these guys. I feel for these guys. Fast Water Fists nicely into the pits. Sam going into the pits as well. He's going to want to be on Fast Water Fists because they are in the same car. So now it's just about the bragging rights. Gilara, fuel ready, set to go. Wolfie and EcoBeast on 100% fuel, both coming out the pits now. How much of a gap is Gilara going to have to EcoBeast? Ruan also exiting the pits. You just see him there taking that corner. How's the gap going to be looking? I know it says 8 seconds, but it's going to come down. Just give it a second. Looks like it's settling around 3 seconds. Rusty making the corner, getting out ahead of Koniwe. Koniwe not going to be happy about that. Something's beeping in my background. I have no idea what the hell that is, but let's carry on. Koniwe does have a healthy gap between him and Fast Water Fist behind. He's just come out the pits. And a 1.5, 1.3 second gap now to Rusty ahead, but Rusty just has that exit speed, man. That alpha on the exit is just something of class. Gilara in 4th. Ruan 3rd. Ruan breaking up the VSR trio. Ruan holding on to his podium. Would have loved to see the overtake for how that happened. I'm not sure. I think Gilara ran into some trouble. Sorry for missing it. EcoBeast with a 4-second gap now. What happened there? Possibly the pit exit had EcoBeast in all sort of tangles. We just don't know. Wolfie coming up to Preves. Preves is a back marker, but as we've seen, Preves puts himself out to make sure nobody loses time on their race. I think he's going to do that now. Yes, he does. Goes off the racing line with enough time for Wolfie to go past without losing any speed, momentum, or racing line. EcoBeast is going to be coming up to Preves now. EcoBeast didn't get a great exit out of there. His top speed doesn't look so grand. But those flames, man. Oh my lord, those flames. Wolfie closed the gap now by 0.2 seconds, sorry. Trying his darndest to catch Wolfie. Teammate versus teammate. Preves once again moving himself out the way. Not compromising Wolfie, not compromising anyone around him. What a champ. Gran with 8.9 and closing to EcoBeast. At 2.2 and closing behind to Gilara Brain. Gilara out for a vengeance. Subi vs Mitsubishi. Legend versus legend. It's the age-old tale. The tale as old as time. I would love to see how this race ends because these two have been leapfrogging each other from the very start. Are there any battles up and down the field that we can watch? Does look like it. Koniwe hot on the heels of Rusty. Koniwe sitting in that slipstream. But the gap is just not closing for him as fast as he wants it. I don't think he's going to be able to send it through here. Not at this point. He's going to keep it nice and tight. Rusty getting a little bit out of shape on the exit, but still keeping it clean. And getting a better exit than Koniwe. Rusty weaving on the track to try and break the slip. Is it a good idea? I don't know, but Koniwe is following him around. Koniwe taking a look up at the inside, but deciding not to go for it last minute. Rather keeping the line. Was he looking for the overtake, or was he looking just to put Rusty off a bit? Koniwe is revving that car out a bit more than he would want to, but he's trying so hard to get it. Rusty goes full on defensive. He says, not today, not here, not on this corner. This is my watch, and you shall not pass. Rusty keeping it tight, parking it on the apex. Koniwe's got nowhere to go. Did you see the flames coming out of that car? Those flames licked the bonnet of Koniwe. Koniwe is closing the gap, taking a look up the inside, throwing Rusty out wide, compromising his lines, and then two trailer park girls. Oh no, Rusty squeezes him on the exit. Does Koniwe get a penalty because of it? We'll know now. We'll know now. No, he doesn't. It's clean, it's clear, but oh man, he's not going to be happy about that. Rusty had a very compromised line. I just put Koniwe out. Koniwe looks like he ran across the line there. Is that going to mean a penalty for him? No, it looks like he's safe. Oh, this battle is heating up between the two. Koniwe again putting Rusty on the outside. Koniwe loves the outside overtakes. But Rusty not allowing him to take the best line through there. But also not pushing him off, not killing him there. It's a legal clean and clear move. Koniwe keeping Rusty to the outside again. Trying once more to throw it on the outside. Can he make it stick? No, he doesn't. He touches the kitty litter, gets it a bit out of shape, but holds on. Holds on with both hands for dear life. Oh, this is shaping up to be a lacquer battle, and they're going to be coming up to Preves now. Is Preves going to move out of the way in time? Of course he is. We've already seen him do this. We can almost guarantee he's not going to compromise anyone. What a champ. Rusty going to try and use this to his advantage, keeping the optimal line now, not allowing himself to go off. Kanue staying as close as he can to Rusty. Preves pulling off to the inside there to not impede anyone. Rusty going to the inside, right to the inside. And then coming back to the line. Kanue getting it a bit out of shape. That's not what he wanted. He's going to be pushing this now for the next couple laps. Throws it again on the outside. Is he going to make this one stick? He is ahead going in. They are side by side. Neck and neck. Who's got the legs? Kanue's got it. But is Rusty going to throw it up now? Rusty throws it on. But Kanue says not today. Goes a bit wide. Rusty takes the position back. Rusty blocking Kanue off. Taking the inside line. Kanue hitting a bit hard on the brakes. Rusty getting in his way. Making sure he keeps that position. This is some awesome racing happening right now. There might be some words left after this race, but these boys are leaving it all on the track. Kanue getting a much better run there, but having to hit the anchors because of Rusty. Flames once again licking Kanue's bonnet. Kanue's got the line on him. Making Rusty go all the way to the outside. Rusty with a late change of direction there. Kanue flashing lights showing that he's not happy with that move. Was it a flash of lights? Was it a upset face? We don't know. I have no idea. I'm not in their heads. Can only see what I'm seeing. This is exciting stuff. Kanue, is he going to throw it up here? No, he's a bit too far behind. He's going to take a good line, get a good run. Rusty getting a bit out of sorts there, losing time in the exit. Kanue getting a much better run, but still a bit too far behind to make a move stick here. Or is he? Is he going to chuck it up? He's got the tires, he's got the fuel. Or is it hangs it on the outside? There's not much between these two. We're going to leave them for just a second because I see something's going on here. Wolfie on the offensive now. Sorry, Wolfie on the defensive now. EcoBeast on the offensive. Pushing the gap. Closing it slightly. I see someone spinning on track as well. We'll get to that in a second. We'll see who that is. They're facing the wrong way currently. You can see on the top right corner at the track map. Who is it? Who are you? You that have spun. Wolfie maintaining his gap ahead. EcoBeast trying everything he can. Right on the tail, the pin was any thicker, they would have collided. But he's got a good 13-second gap to Gilara behind, so he can take the chances here that he wants to try and make the move stick. Speaking of which, Gilara and Gran in a nice heated battle as well. Gran going to want that third place back. Gilara going to try and keep that third place so he can lock out the front row for Team VSR. Kanue got ahead of Rusty, just missed that. There's so much action going on, I can't keep up. Rusty gonna try and claw his way in there as well. But Kanue looks like he's opening up a nice solid gap there. Oh, didn't get a good exit there, the gap's closing again. Rusty gonna want to take this Gonna want to revenge his spot. Going to want to keep his 5th position. We've only got 9 minutes left of racing. Rohan Rusty with an excellent exit there. He's gonna have the inside line for this. But he backs out. Doesn't want to compromise the race. Rather leave the position, keep the race going. Gilara with a 0.5 second penalty. Rohan so close that he can taste it. Rohan looks like he's going to get this 3rd position now, but Gilara parking it on the apex, making life difficult for him. He says, you might take me at the penalty line, but not now. Not here, not today. In a few corners maybe, but not right now. Eagle Beast still holding that gap between him and Wolfie. Are they going to keep it like this? Is Team VSR happy with the way things are? Or does Eco Beast want that 1st place? Ruan taking that 1st position from Gilara. Sorry, taking the 3rd position from Gilara. Was this a arrive and drive? Asks Celine. No, it was not. This race was supposed to happen yesterday, so I'm assuming that a lot of people had some practice. If they're arriving and driving for today, not the greatest of strategies, but it can happen. Gilara with a good exit there, closing that gap to Rohan. Kuniwe has opened the gap, but still within slipstreaming distance of Rusty. Rusty's got a healthy gap between him and Fastwater Fist. Fastwater Fist with a nice gap between him and Manny. Manny with a good gap between himself and Sam. Sam with a very healthy gap between Steven. Steven not happy at all with this. Not happy at all with this. Sorry, mate. Sorry, but Big Chief with another penalty. Unlucky, man. This NSX is just horrible to drive with. Preves having a horrible race, but pushing and going forward till the end like an absolute champ. I love it. Love to see it. He's doing some good laps now, though. He's keeping it nice and tight. EcoBeast can sniff up of Wolfie's exhaust pipe. Did Wolfie unwind there? Was he off by too much? Doesn't look like it. It looks clean and clear. Did we just witness EcoBeast claiming fastest lap yet again with the 35.1? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That's got to put Wolfie under some sort of pressure. Just look at that gap now. Rusty has taken the position back from Kuniwe. Kuniwe's got a 1 second penalty. We're not sure what's happened there. Doesn't look healthy. Kuniwe's going to be staying out, but Rusty's going in. Rusty's going in looking like for the last time. Is Kuniwe going to be able to hang this out for 5 laps? If he is, then the race is his. 5th place is his. Ruan and Gilara coming up hot onto the rear end of Steven. Steven's a lapped car, so Steven's going to have to give them space, move over to the side, and we know Steven's a respectable driver, so he is going to do just that. When will he do that? We're not sure. He might do it now, he might do it as soon as Ruan gets right behind him, but he's also running a race, you see. He doesn't want to lose too much of time doing that as well. Eagleby is now 0.5 behind. Tires looking great, fuel looking good to go. But Wolfie's tire is just that much better. Touching the grass slightly, but still got it. Not the greatest of exits, and EcoBeast in the slipstream, closing him down. Wolfie with his fastest lap of the day at a 35.3. EcoBeast with the 35.5, lost a bit of time there compared to his last lap, but still faster than the lap before. Steven moving over, but was it a bit too late? Did it compromise Ruan there? does close the gap slightly, but does Ruan get a penalty? Ruan gets a 1 second penalty. Dilara within a second of third position. If he can keep this gap, he will take third place with only 3 minutes left to go. Kuniwe's got a healthy gap between him and Fast Water Fest in 6th. Rusty is in 7th. His strategy did not help him. Oh man, him and Kuniwe are having a great battle. Some epic racing going on between the two. Manning closed the gap between himself in 7th. Sam in 9th. 2 second penalty there. Not having a great race as Sam, but he's got 9th place comfortably. Let's see Dilara take third position away from Ruan, crushing the hopes and dreams. But there's still some racing left to go. Ruan not moving over to the side, staying in the center, making it known that he's going to be battling back for this position. Ruan 0.5 behind, closing the gap. Getting a great exit. Dilara going slightly wide. Is Dilara going to get a penalty on this exit here? No, in a few. Dilara avoids a penalty from that exit. It was very close. Ruan is hot on his heels, and I mean hot, H-O-T-T, hot. Not giving up, not giving him a minute's gap, not a second to do. Staying within 0.5, closing the gap slightly, within slipstream range. Hot on the heels. Let's leave them for a second and see where the top two are sitting. Wolfie, 3.3 seconds ahead. But EcoBeast with those menacing headlights, illuminating every crevice on the back of Wolfie. Letting Wolfie know he's right there. But again, remember, these are teammates sitting with each other. Wolfie does not look like he has enough fuel to reach the end of this race, because he will be crossing the line with one more lap left to go. Is he going to be able to make this lap? Oh, I hope and pray he's going to be able to make this lap. He's going to be want to utilize that slipstream as much as possible. Dilara still ahead of Ruan after Ruan served his penalty. Dilara also not looking great on fuel. Ruan looks like he's got plenty of fuel to go. Making his presence known there, sitting right on that tailpipe. Ruan could be used as a rear wing for Dilara at this point in time. And that's the race. Final lap is on now. Ruan wanting to hang it on the outside, with the purple sector 0.2 faster than his previous lap time. Ruan keeping it outside, taking third position. Kuniwe finishing the race in 5th, securing his 5th place. Ruan up in 3rd, not allowing Dilara to take the inside like he so desperately wants to. Dilara possibly knocking Ruan slightly wide, but this puts Ruan into this inside corner here for this left-hander. Ruan making his presence very much known there. Dilara not able to push too much because of his fuel. It looks like Ruan's got this in the bag. Let's see the two up ahead. Wolfie coming across the line in 1st position. EcoBeast out of fuel, but managing to keep 2nd place. Ruan rounding the last corner. What an epic battle. Ruan also out of fuel. No? Ruan left it. Ruan's out of fuel. Dilara took 3rd position. Ruan didn't have the fuel to finish the race. Oh my lord. I didn't even get a chance to go through the rest of the list. But we'll go through the positions now shortly We'll check the results. But hats off to all involved, and well done to Wolfie for his first position. He claimed 3 in that race. Let's go through the order. Let's see how the guys did. Wolfie finished up in first with his best lap of 35.3. Eco Beast in second, claiming fastest lap of the race with a 35.1. Mighty respectable there. Gilara, third position, locking out the podiums. Team VSR doing very well, making themselves known. I do believe this is their first team race, or their first race rather, as a new team. So very much making their presence known here in GTSA. Ruan, unfortunate man, could not keep that third position, but in my opinion, my driver of the day is Ruan. What incredible racing there. Closing out the fourth place there, Jay finishing fifth, 1 lap down. Fastwater fifth in sixth. RSA Rusty in seventh in the Alpha. Manny closing out the top 8. Ninth position is Sam. 10th, Sue's Box, Mr. Steven himself. Not having a great day with that McGann trophy. It's just so unfortunate. Big Chief up in 11th. Also not having a great day with that car. It's just so sad to see. Preves had all sorts of fun with his Swift, finishing in 12th. And Kennels with the DNF in the 4C. That has been your race. That has been 90 minutes of insane epic racing. Let's save this replay. We gotta save this replay. We need some images from the big man, Mr. Ravs himself. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I have been Trivs. This has been GTSA, the fun season, randomized, round 1, part 2. We'll say part 2 because these guys tried to race yesterday, just couldn't make it happen, but did it today. I'm out of breath. My throat is sore. Everything hurts. It's madness. There's noises in the background. But I do apologize for that. But thank you so much for joining. You guys have been awesome. It's been lacquer chatting to you. 90 minutes again, I say, of epic racing. Thank you so much. And for the last time, I have been Triz. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on track next time.